All right, number 37, solve the problem, write all linear equations in slope-intercept form. And we know, as I've talked about, how important directions are. You should read the directions always, especially on tests for each section. Anytime there's a change in directions, make sure that you're reading and really understanding what it is that they're asking you. And in this case, the directions give us a clue as to what we're doing. We're coming up with some sort of linear equation in slope-intercept form. And we know by now that the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So let's read our word problem here and see how we can use this slope-intercept form to help us solve the problem. So they tell us that a house was purchased for $83,000, and after 7 years the value of the house was $97,000, and we are to find a linear equation that models the value of the house after X years. All right, well, we know in slope-intercept form the m represents the slope, right? Well, another way to say slope is change, right? Slope is a change in some value. And the b in slope-intercept form is often what's known as the initial condition. All right, and what that means is that we are trying to model the value of this house as the house gains equity, right? So somebody bought a house that started at the price $83,000. Oops, $83,000. And after 7 years, so 7 years, the house is now valued at $97,000. So how much of an increase, first of all, is $83,000 to $97,000? Well, that's an increase of $14,000 total over that 7-year period. All right, and if there was 7 years in between the initial cost and the current value, well, that's $14,000 over 7 years, which means this house gained, well, 14 divided by 7 is 2, but in this case it's 14,000. So this house gained $2,000 in value per year, or rather I should say $2,000 per year. All right, so using this information, we can take and plug into the slope-intercept form to form a model that we can use to find the value of this house, say after 10 years or 12 years or 30 years, assuming that the house continues to increase in value $2,000 per year. All right, so let's see. If we have y equals mx plus b, and we just talked about the slope of our line, of our equation, can also represent the change. That's what slope is. So what is the change in value of this house per year? Well, we just found that it's $2,000 per year, right? So we can say that the change is 2,000 x plus the initial condition. Well, the initial condition in this case is the original purchase price of the house, $83,000. All right, so here we have a model that we can use to predict the value of the house in any given year. If we wanted to find out how much this house was going to be worth in 50 years, all we would do is take 50, plug it in for x, and evaluate. So we would have 2,000 times 50, which is 100,000, plus the initial purchase price of 83,000 would give us a value of $183,000. And that's how this model works. So in 37, we have y equals 2,000 x plus 83,000.